Hello! Today we'll be talking about the phylum Mollusca. It contains many common animals like snails, clams, octopi, and squid, and many others. Let's discuss them in detail, starting with evolutionary history. The phylum Mollusca began to appear on the fossil record about 500 million years ago, during the Precambrian period. Molecular data helped determine that the phylum Mollusca, along with other phylums like Annelida, descended from a Locotrichozoan ancestor. The phylum Mollusca then split into two categories, Conchifera and Aculifera. The Conchifera category split into a subcategory of Pleistomollusca, creating Cephaloda, Scaphopoda, Bivalvia, and Gastropodia. Another category, Aculifera, created Polyplacophora and a subcategory, Aplacophora, containing Chaetodermomorphia and Pneumomaniomorphia.
Mollusks have soft bodies with two primary regions, the head and the body. The gastropods, like slugs and snails, have a head with sensory organs, like radulas, eye stalks, mouths, and tentacles. The visceral mass consists of the internal organs. It creates a layer of mucus to slide on. The flattened muscular foot moves rhythmically over the mucus. Some gastropods have shells, in which the internal organs are stored in torsion. Bivalves have two parts to their shells, connected with two adductor muscles. Polygamy opens the shells when the adductor muscles are relaxed. A hinge keeps the shells aligned. Inside the shells are a foot, gills, muscles, a three-chambered heart, a nervous system, and an open circulatory system. A cephalopod's body plan is much more complex. The arms, which are used for moving, grabbing, and eating, of the octopus are directly across its head. The siphon funnels water in and out. In place of the mantle, there are several defense mechanisms, like an ink sac and color-changing chromatophores. Their larger brains are good for learning and retaining information. Their axons are close to 1 millimeter thick and are used by neurologists as a model of the human's nervous system.
So here's a little more on the members of Mollusca. Bivalves and cephalopods are the two Sid already mentioned, but to help you picture them, bivalves range from clams, oysters, mussels, and scallops. Cephalopods are octopi or squids. There are 5 other class distinctions within the phylum of Mollusca. Scaphopoda are known as tusks or toothed shells and are part of marine mollusks. Gastropoda are known to be snails, slugs, or whelks. Neomaniomorpha are small, worm-like, shell-less mollusks. Chaetodermomorpha are also marine mollusks, along with Polyplacophora, who are known as chitons.
Let's discuss mollusca's relation to other phyla in this Thanksgiving dinner with distant cousins. So the mollusca is more complex than Porifera, while the Porifera has at least 3 layers and is asymmetrical or radially symmetrical and is mainly sessile. The Cnidaria is less complex than Mollusca and lacks the internal organs and a central nervous system. The Platyhelminthus is soft-bodied and bilaterally symmetrical and is much less complex than the Mollusca. Nematodes are less complex than Mollusca and lack respiratory and circulatory systems. Mollusca are more complex than Annelida, while the Annelida are segmented, respire through diffusion, and reproduce by exchanging sperm. Arthropods are more complex than Mollusca and have exoskeletons made of chitin, a carbohydrate, and have a very good nervous system. Echinodermata are less complex and don't have any well-developed systems or a complete digestive system. Chordata are more complex vertebrae and have complex nervous systems and sensory organs.